So this is on the left side of the engine. You have this cable. I don't know what ground is this one, but it's a big ground, and again has a bolt on it. Then these are the horns. If you look, I'm not going to properly film this. So at the top is the bolt that secured the horns. I did add the second one because it's really weak. And right underneath, if you will look closely, there is another bolt, and that's a ground. The cable that I tell you going underneath the horns, it also connected to this ground here on top of the engine. So that's one. Some engines will not have the following. Mine do. Mine does. It's just one of them. It's that bolt right there. That's a ground on the engine block. It's kind of a bracket that goes in the block, and there's a cable. I don't know where it goes. So some don't have that bolt there. Then on the right side, we obviously are going to have the negative cable ground, which is very important. It's right there underneath at the bottom. And then we have the computer. So the computer has a cable, and this cable goes from there and is going to connect. That's the cable, is going to connect on the frame rail right there. I think there are 2 or 3 bolts on the side. Just look with a flashlight. And then the last one is going to be the transmission one. This one at the top goes underneath the battery tray. So you need to remove the tray, not just the battery. And it goes on the top of the transmission. I don't know if that gets problem because it's more difficult to access for you, but it's one of them. So these are the bolts that you want to pay attention. And also lastly, you don't see it here, on the positive post there is a fuse. One, if I remember well, 160 or 180 amps. It's a big fuse. I mean big amp fuse. It's a small fuse. It's difficult to see when it burns. And that the reason for that fuse, if I remember correctly, is when some people just put a new battery backwards the wrong way, that fuse will blow and you need to replace it to get any power. Anyway, around that fuse there are some metal tabs connected, and they may get corrosion on rare occasions. Depends, maybe a very humid area or something like this, or if you wash your car engine, which I don't recommend. Corrosion may get to those tabs, and you will feel like the fuse is getting very hot when the engine is running. If that's the case, then you need to disassembly, clean all those tabs, make sure there's proper electric contact. What's important is that underneath these bolts may develop rust, and then there is no longer proper contact metal to metal, and it's not passing enough current. So current has to have some level of amperes, and then you have various troubles, warning lights or something like this, and those are difficult to diagnose because there is no code. So what you want to do is 2 things. If you already have issues, try to remove the bolts. Look, I'm going to show you where they are, all of them. That's a dog. Listen to, sorry. Anyway, sorry for this. So you want to remove the bolts and check for rust underneath, clean the rust, and then smear some bit of grease. You can try dielectric grease, but any grease will work. Just would prevent future problems with rust, and just tighten down the bolts. Or if you catch them early, you don't already have problems. I did spray a rust check spray. It's like something oily and sticky that stays in there, anti-rust product, not just too fluid.